What's good, YouTube? Fray Duelist back at it again with another deck profile. Oh my god, that's Dayson. He's back.
Alright, guys.
What do we got in store today?
We got E-Heroes today.
Alright.
E-Heroes. Coming back for you guys.
Alrighty.
So, let's get started with the deck profile.
Alright.
Alrighty, so we'll start with the main deck here. So obviously, we got the three Shadow Mist. What would this deck be without Shadow Mist? Heart and Soul. Get that mask change or add an elemental hero from deck to hand. Obviously, you only can use one of the effects, but it is what it is. We got the Bion here, who's kind of like Shadow Mist's cousin. Real good. Send one from deck to the graveyard. Obviously, you're gonna do the malicious or Shadow Mist, something to continue to keep the plays moving. We got two Bubble Man. Pretty much just a mass change target for me. To get the what's his name? Yeah, Absolute Zero and Acid to wipe the board or spells and traps, whatever. Then obviously we got the three malicious here. Pretty much to get them links out and get a monster on board if you don't but malicious, real good. And then really few techs. We got the Summoner Monk, because what I've noticed is for some reason when I'm playing that a hero lives is always in my hand when I can't really use it, so obviously we can discard it and keep those plays moving. Then we got the 10 Goldfish, as well as the Goblin Bird. Pretty much do the same thing, special summon one from hand, a level 4. Then of course we got the Blackluster Soldier. Real good tech in this deck. You guys already know what this does. Classic. I got a one of Honest Neos. Pretty much like the Honest of the deck. Gains the 2,500 points. You can make your Dark Law 4,900. That's real. Nobody can get over that. Well, I mean, it's kind of hard to get over it, but hey. Now going into the spell lineup, obviously we got the 3 Hero Lives. We had to go OT. Not first ed, but still OT. Okay. But, Hero Lives. You guys know what that does. Pay half your life points, get a special summon out. It's a real good opener to start with. So, yeah. Hopefully you don't get ashed, but it is what it is. We got the 3 mass change. I prefer just mass change. I don't want to really discard a card because this deck really that's not good unless we got a Shadow Mist or something like that. But we don't want to send nothing to the graveyard. We do got the emergency call. 1 secret, 1 common. Sorry about that. Update coming soon. But just 2. I can pretty much get what I need to my hand as far as this bad boy right here. We can add a warrior. Obviously, I can't activate the effect the turn I added, but I don't really need. This is just kind of like a perk for me. I prefer not to have 3 because then I typically it's kind of cloggy to me. We do run the Cosmic Cyclones because back row is kind of a fear for this deck. 1 warning or 1 strike can kind of end your turn. And then obviously with True Dracos and other things out there, you don't want those spells and traps going to the graveyard. Remove them. We do got the Rhoda. Pretty much search anything in the deck almost. Typically we're gonna go for, depending on what my hand is, but if I have a Shadow Mist, obviously I want a Goblin Bird or something like that, so I can get a quick play and get that Dark Law on board as soon as possible. Dark Law is pretty much the boss monster of this deck. It causes a lot of destruction not destruction, but it gives your opponent a hard time to get around it, especially opening up with the Dark Law. We got the poly, for the Byron, search, banish one from graveyard, search for a poly. We also run the Miracle Fusion because your graveyard does get pretty filled up, and we can definitely get that fusion on board with this. Part of equivalence, hey, shuffle 3, draw 1, get your malicious back into the deck, and yeah, get those shadow mists or whatever you banish off of Byron, get those back in deck, draw free +1, keep recycling. We got the Monster Reborn. Monster Reborn is Monster Reborn. Get that special summon, you already know. Pretty good. That's my spell lineup. Now for the traps, I pretty much just play the Solemn package. We got the 2 strikes, the Warning, and the Judgment. Pretty standard. I side in, get D barriers, whatever it is. This is pretty much what I side. But even though I don't have a side deck ready right now for this this deck profile, this is pretty much kind of the traps we'll be siding, whether it's Mass Change or not Mass Change, I'm tripping, I'm sorry. Whether it's, what's that damn, cards can't be tributed.
Masker Restrict.
Yeah, Masker Restrict, I'm sorry, but Masker Restrict, D barriers, anti-spell, whatever. I kind of just side these out. This is pretty standard as far as the deck goes. You don't really touch that often, but that's that. So that concludes that part. We're gonna go into the extra deck now. Just where should I put it in the bag over here? So this dude right here is pretty much kind of like the I'm not gonna say the heart and soul, because obviously we want to get into the what's his name, Dark Law, as soon as possible. But this guy, he's pretty broken. We can obviously get a warrior to hand, whether it's the Honest Neos, or whatever we get. Real good here. So we definitely got to run that. We got the Saruja. This is broken. Add, draw the 4, and then obviously put the 3 back in any order at the bottom of the deck. Real good. Special summon Shadow Mist or whatever you may special summon. Anything. It could be an Honest Neos. It could be whatever. You can special summon that obviously can be special summoned. Decode Talker. It's just there. It's just kind of an option. If I run across it, I can just protect my monsters, because board wipes hurts this deck real bad. It's hard to recover. And then obviously we have the 2 Dark Laws. Bread and butter. Dark Law first turn is pretty rough for your opponent. You guys all know what Dark Law does. Pretty much banishes everything that's sent to the graveyard, and then if your opponent adds 1, you can banish a random card from their hand. So multiple Dark Laws, multiple effects. So hey, it is what it is. 2 Dark Laws on board, banish 2 cards from hand. If they add, real good. We got the Acid and the Absolute Zero, pretty much for Bubble Man, Mass Change. With the Acid, you can pretty much get rid of back row, and then when he leaves the field, you can obviously get rid of the monsters on board. So this is a pretty good combo. They pretty much work together, pretty much to get rid of the whole field and just go off from there. We got the Hanky right here. Pretty good. Kill. If you destroy something by battle, you can definitely add a Mass Change card or a Mass Change quick play to your hand from your deck. So he's pretty good. Typically, you'll go into him, attack, go into Dark Law, and continue your plays. But you'll get the Mass Change. Mass Change is real good. It gets it floats, so it gets around a few things. So it's pretty good. We got the Adoration. He's just there for a poly target. Just to keep those monsters on board and keep the plays rolling. We do got the Trinity, pretty much your OTK potential of the deck. Obviously, if your opponent has those monsters on board, you can attack over them with double And if you got the Honest Neos, you don't even have to use all 3 attacks, honestly. So that's there. We got the Shining here. You know, pretty good. You know, once another poly target. You could also get your remove from play elemental heroes back to hand or whatever you need to add back. It is just an option. Like I said, Dark Law is the main. You know, that's our main bread and butter. That's what we want to go into the majority of the time. But we do have a toolbox here in case it's needed. We do got the Utopia package here. Pretty standard. You know, we all know what the Utopia package is. Baguska, if, you know, we open up kind of rough, you know, that's a stall. Typically, your opponent have a hard time getting over this unless they got a board wipe or somehow they got a monster that's, you know, over your 2,000 defense. And then Tornado Dragon, like I said, back row is a fear from in this deck. You know, the recovery is kind of rough, but it's explosive for the most part. You know, opening up with Dark Law, it's standard in this deck. It's something that you can do real easy. But Tornado Dragon's another option just to kind of clear up back row and, you know, so you don't have any problems with that. So, yeah, that's the deck profile. You know, if there's any ways that you guys think that we can make it better or and whatnot, you know, let us know in the comments below. And, you know, that'd be great.
All right. Any other last words, Dayson?
Nope.
Alrighty.
That's it, guys. That's good.
Alright, we got more videos coming down the pipelines, trying to stay true to all our opening schedules. You know. Dayson showing off his bling there. Trying to do YuGiOh openings every Thursday or Friday. Trying to stick closer to Thursday. Pokemon on Sundays, deck profiles, we're going to try and stick them to Tuesdays. We're going to try and do a set schedule. Try and get that out of the way. Try and, you know, push some more stuff out. Thank you guys for 120 subs, like a week after we hit 100. You know, we got a nice glow up here, pretty cool. We just passed the 1 year anniversary on the channel as well, so that was pretty cool. I meant to do something for it, but I was tired. I slept through like the entire day. So, you know, there's always next year and the year after. But that'll be it, guys. This is Red Duelist signing out.
Signing out.